as your children are growing, their personalities and responses may be combative or difficult to navigate, but now that spring is here, it could be a good idea to refresh and figure out how to set those boundaries. I want to welcome back Director of Life Coaching with Savvy Skills Coaching, Jess Murrah. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, I know I was a teen that was a little bit difficult to my parents. Definitely some cultural differences there, you know, me growing up in America, them in Mexico. But in general, you say it's so important to set those boundaries as soon as you can.
Right. So, you know, we tend to set boundaries at the beginning of school year. By this point, it's like we're tired, right? Parents are dealing with jobs and different things going on, and sometimes it's easier just to give in. But having some good boundaries in place, and of course refreshing them in spring, is very, very important.
So what do you suggest to do if there is a child, a teen, that's just not really listening? Maybe you were saying talking back.
Oh yeah.
How do you stop it? Because that is really hard to do.
So the first thing I would recommend is setting boundaries. Don't go the old-fashioned rules direction. So do something you can control. And a boundary gives control to the parents. Something like, if your clothes aren't in the hamper, I'm not going to do your laundry. That gives control to the parent, and if the child doesn't put the clothes in the hamper, then the parent has the right to follow through and not do the laundry.
And you have some of those follow through tips right now on screen, so it's very important to follow through. It's hard, right? You want to be the good parent, you want your kids to always be on your good side, but it's a must, otherwise they may continue like doing that behavior.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing, if you set a boundary and you don't follow through, it's merely a suggestion, right? Kids are gonna learn, for example, I didn't put the clothes in the hamper, but mom's gonna do the laundry anyway. But following through is the hardest thing, because that's when the tantrums come, the I hate yous, the door slamming, and that's when as a parent we really have to stand our ground and make sure that we follow through with exactly what we say. And yes, it'll be hard the first couple times, but your kids will learn, you know, that eventually when you say something, you mean it.
Definitely. And talking back. Can't say I never did that, but you know, looking back, I'm like, why did I do that? What do you think are some go-to tips for kids who talk back to their parents?
So I have what I call my Jedi mind tricks, okay? My top 10 one-liners that I use with my kids, whether they were 4 or just last year when my daughter was 17, that help take the argument out of enforcing a consequence. So if you talk to my kids and they say, you know, what is your mom famous for? My kids will say, is that gonna make me change my mind? Because when your child is tantruming, throwing a fit, even slamming doors, saying they hate you, you can take a look at them and say, look, I hear you and I understand, but is that gonna make me change my mind? And at first they're gonna be, blah, 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 blah. And then as a parent, when you stay calm and repeat it, I hear you, but is that gonna make me change my mind? Eventually, you staying calm, first of all, is a big thing, right? Because you get frustrated when your kids talk back and you get angry and you yell. But if you stay calm and you stick to it, your child will eventually realize that you're not moving. And eventually, after saying that 2-3 times, they'll say, no. And then you're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and continue with our day.
And you gave us so many tips right now, other one-liners that you use. I love that first one. I love you too much to argue. I'm like, I want to use that with my fiance too.
Oh yeah, I used that with my daughter. We were just on vacation and she wanted to do something and I was like, I love you too much to argue.
Wow, I think we can all use that. Hey, anyone that I'm having any issue with, hey, I love you too much to argue. But you had a whole list of them, and I think it's more, you're kind of reminding your child that you love them at the end of the day and you just want the best for them, right?
And it heals your relationship with your child because you're staying calm and not getting angry and yelling, and they're able to eventually start calming down, and then you guys get to a point where you're at the same place, you're both calm, and you can talk about it from there.
What about the parent? When the parent is so upset or something really disrespectful was said, how can they calm down?
So this is great. I'm glad you asked, because we had a situation with my daughter just last year at homecoming. She made an awful mistake. She made a bad choice. And we were livid. My husband and I were just like, oh my gosh. But what we did was something called delayed consequences. Okay, so we told her, you know what, we're too upset right now to talk to you calmly. Go to your room, I want you to think about what happened, what you just said, what you did. And when we are calm, we'll let you know and we can talk about it from there. And that gives the kid time to calm down and the parent time to calm down. And if a consequence is warranted, it gives the parent time to think about it instead of just blurting out, "You're grounded for the rest of your life." Because we say that all the time, but we can't enforce it.
Yeah.
So just giving them time to cool down in their room and giving yourself time to calm down before you get into a discussion is priceless.
Well, thank you so much. This was so helpful. You have incredible self-control and awareness. And hopefully some of the parents out there as well got some great benefit out of everything that you just said. Jess, how can people reach out to you? I know you have a special offer as well if someone does want to reach out.
Right. So if you're struggling with parenting, you're getting frustrated, you want those top 10 one-liners and want to talk some more, you can reach out to me at www.savvyskillscoaching.com, and I'll be happy to talk to you further about what we can do together to help make your home more quiet and more peaceful.
And you're offering 25% off 4-session coaching package, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes,
well, thank
ma'am.
you so much. I think I would, if I had I have a stepson and he's really a good kid, I gotta admit, but if I ever have issues, I know who to call, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Give me
Well,
a call.
thank you so much. Stick around because after the break, we're giving you all the details on a freaking